Hey, good morning. It is April 16th, 2025, about 8:35 Eastern Standard Time. Beautiful morning outside. Uh, and as we always say, and as we should recognize every single morning and every single moment of the day that is possible, at least everything good begins with God. It is a recipe from keeping you away from the wiles of the devil. When you want to open that news article, get away from it. All right, so this is going to be as short as possible, and everyone should laugh. Again, talking to a few people in St. Tammany Parish directly, but to many, many more, hopefully, that hear this message. Not hopefully for my sake. I'm not even saying who I am, but hopefully for their sake. And maybe this allegory will help, or maybe it'll make you laugh this morning. You can make fun of me. All right, so we're going to talk about without any scripture. There'll be no scripture today. Robbing a bank. So I like analogies. I was in finance and used a lot of analogies to try and uncomplicate the complicated, to show the financial blind spots to people that they couldn't even understand, not using fancy words like algorithms and derivatives. So we're going to start with the bank robbery, and we're going to talk about in time past, back in the old days. Let's just say 1800s, okay, when people robbed the bank. So let's just hypothetically call it time past. It's just a slogan I thought of this morning, not. So let's say you rob a bank. There was a high probability and possibility you could get away with it. You could use cunning craftiness, maybe a good plan, mixed in with a little bit of work, right? But ultimately, it was your works, right? Your wit, your understanding, but ultimately, you worked out that plan. You might have cased the place for a while, but it was your efforts, right? So let's say you got away with it, right? You stole the money, the riches, that which you desired, right? So you got away with it in the flesh. Well, 2 points. One is you got away with it in the flesh. Second point is, did you really get away with it? Okay, so we're not answering questions, we're just asking questions today. So now let's go to but now. It's another term I just thought of today, not, and it's just hypothetically being used, not. So but now, let's come to the year 2025. There's CCTV cameras everywhere. There's nowhere you can go in most places that you're not seen multiple times, 10, 20, 30 times a day being recorded, especially around a bank. Okay? Also, banks got wise and they said, man, these dudes are coming in here stealing our money, which is really the customer's money. So they put die packs in there. It's interesting, die, about what we were talking about. All right, so now if you walk into a bank, let's say in Tampa, Florida, or New Orleans, and you go in there and you rob the bank, even if you're super crafty, right? You have a great plan from you case into place. You might even have someone inside. You got some luck, right? You're relying on your works and your effort. And somehow you get out of the bank, get in your car, and you make it home, right? You're scot free. You're celebrating. Awesome. I've won this game. Troy's wrong. The 1800s aren't just a thing of the past with bank robbery. I can do it now. And then you open the bag, and the bag explodes. And I just hit my microphone. And the not the bag, the die pack in the bag explodes. So now it's not only all over you, there's a stain there. Let's call it hypothetically the color of sin. Okay, so you got the stain of sin all over you and all over that which you desired. All that would give you that wealth that you desired, that riches, right? That temporal stuff. Now, you don't have this ink all over. You can work really hard to even get the ink off. It might take days, it might take weeks, it might take cleaning products and all this stuff. But that which you desired is covered in it. That paper is covered in it. It's ruined. It's gone. All that work and poof, In an instant, at the wink of an eye, in a flash, like a vapor, it perishes. Gone forever. Can't do anything about that money. Nothing. But wait, what if there was a way, I feel like an infomercial, right? If you call now. What if there was a way for that person that wanted to rob that bank to have all the riches that they desired and then some, like beyond what you can think? All the comforts, all the riches, all the luxuries, and they have to do no planning, no work, no luck, definitely no craftiness. Just trust in the faith of someone. That's it. Trust in the faith of someone. But why? Because that someone, not to be named here, did all the work. That someone who did all the work also made a plan and said and agreed to serve your sentence, to pay your price, to accept your judgment. And in turn, this is where you normally get the catch, right? They will give you all that they have, all that they're going to inherit. Microphone to the way. All their righteousness, their everything. And another in turn, they require nothing of you, right? As a matter of fact, if you attempt to work, plan, or steal that which they have already completed, already provided, already paid for, it will be an act of rejection on your part, not theirs, on your part. And because of that act of rejection, you will remain separated from that which you desire deep in, even if you don't know it, but you will remain separated, at least from that someone, for eternity. But if you trust solely, as I mentioned before, alone and apart from yourself, apart and alone from any work or act that you can do, plan, craftiness, all that, then they will share all, even more than you can understand, with you for eternity. Let's say that all that was true that I just said. Would you take that deal? Would you make that deal? Better yet, will you? The deal's been offered for over 2,000 years and is clearly stated and presented to everyone out there, regardless of their race, creed, religion, height, weight, wealth, understanding, all of it. It's been offered. And it's presented in writing. And it is sworn by an oath for someone who cannot lie. It doesn't get any better than that. If you want that deal, if you're interested in learning if that deal even exists, if you need help finding it, if you want to talk about it, if you're struggling with it, I know a dude. I know a dude who's ready, willing, and able to assist, to expose you to this not so secret secret. Not a single verse has been shared here. Not a single scripture has been shared here. This is under 10 minutes. Like the analogy, don't like the analogy, you want to poke holes in it, that's fine. But ultimately, I hope you consider what I said today. It's not an offer for me. I can't offer you that. I can't offer that to myself, and I can't offer it to the people I'm talking to right now that I love and that I really want the comfort of hearing them say, Dad, I trust in that. Or brother, I trust in that. I hope for the comfort. So again, under 10 minutes, there's your analogy for today. Grace, peace, and love.